Hello, I'm Gareth Potts. 关注新銳台球。
那我们知道，其实您在中国呢有很多教学类的活动，您习惯教学这项工作吗？
Yeah, I do, and to be honest, coaching is something which I enjoy because I played 8-ball, English 8-ball, since I was 7 years old. So I feel like I've taken a lot out of 8-ball in general, English 8-ball, Chinese 8-ball. I feel like it's given me a lot. So by doing the coaching, I feel as though it's like my way of like giving something back to the fans, to the players that want to learn, to the players that want to improve. I enjoy helping them.
波斯先生在中国或者英国有自己带过学生吗？
Yeah, I do some coaching in the UK. Yeah, I do I do it differently than we did it in China. Like in China, we did like a coaching school for like 5 or 6 days. Where in England, I just do it where I just do like a day, like one full day, and I mainly do it like one-to-one, just with one person.
How you teach the students of the beginner? How you teach the beginner to get more?
Yeah, I think it depends on if the beginner, if they've never played before, then it's a bit easier than if they've played for a long time but they are very bad. Because if they've played for a long time, then they've been used to doing things in a certain way, and it's hard to change that then. Like the young girl, if she just started playing a few months ago, never played before, it's easier to teach her because you can tell her how to do it. Where if you're teaching like somebody that's a bit older, that's played for a long time, they already have a lot of bad habits. So when you ask them to change, something and they've been doing it for a long time, it's very hard for them to make that change because they've been used to doing like the wrong thing for so long. So the thing really is like the technical things, like the stance, the cue action, the bridge hand and the grip. Those 4 things are obviously very important.
那关于这方面，因为我们中国很多学员嘛，其实特别注重这种基本功啊，像刚才提到的站位啊、握杆这些。在英国，比如面对这样的一些学员啊，他特别纠结这部分的时候，一般会怎么来去教？
Yeah, I think that it's important to get them to be doing the right thing, technically, like the fundamentals right. So the way you stand, the way you aim. But I think that Chinese people in particular, they worry too much about this. They're always trying to trying to think too deep into the technical side of the fundamental things. I think once you have the right technique, the right stance, and everything is right, then you just need to work on that same thing. Because if you're always making changes all the time, then it's hard to keep improving your level. And I tell them exactly this, that I can show them how to stand, how to cue with a hand. Then once they got it, they just then need to practice it and go away and practice the drills that I give them and practice it until the new technique becomes natural to them. But I think the Chinese culture, and in particular the Chinese players, they care a lot about this side of the thing, the technical side of things, and I personally think that they worry about all of this too much.
对，因为在中国来讲，可能对台球更多的认为是一种技巧性的，可能比如教练教给他一个技巧，他可能能够迅速提高，是不是感觉这种应该是一种错误的？
I think you can improve a lot to a certain level, but then after then, it's about working hard and learning a lot of different things after you've learned all of the technical things. Because learning the technical things doesn't teach you how to play 8-ball. It only teaches you how to pot the ball.
那对于爱好者来说，怎么样才能做到他有一个持续提高呢？
Like I said before about the practice routines, there's a lot of different practice routines, but I think it's important that you always have like a target, and have an aim when you're doing the practice. So don't just keep potting the long balls. Like have a target. Like say I'm going to play 30 of these and I want to get 20. And if you don't, then you try again, and it just gives you that like little bit of pressure feeling. You know, I think feeling a bit of pressure is important.
在练球的时候，要注重去完成目标，而不是把你的注意力放在动作啊，或者是一些细节上。
You know, when I do the coaching school, that's why, you know, when I make all the players sit around and watch when they do the practice routine, and when we play the tournament at the end, I make the players watch. And so we create like a match type atmosphere and create the pressure. And some of the players that in practice on their own that are very good, when you put all the people around and the cameras and I'm standing there being the referee, then you can see like how it affects them.
我了解到您其实是没有教练的，所有的技术都是您自学的，是这样吗？
Yeah, I've never had a coach, and yeah, I just work on the things myself, and obviously I discuss some things with some other, you know, the top players like Mark Selby or you know, some of the other players that I speak with, some of the other top English 8-ball players, or some of the other snooker players that I know. You know, we maybe have discussions about certain things, but yeah, I never had anybody sort of that coached me.
那其实在中国有很多人认为啊，台球必须是手把手的去教。那如果是没有条件，他在网上去学习一些课程，然后自己去练习，这样能打好台球吗？
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah. Practice. Watch the other top players. Watch. They can watch like a lot of important matches and just see how certain players deal with certain things in certain situations. There's a lot that you can learn, not just about potting the balls. You know, you can learn how to, when you're playing a match, how that player deals with being under pressure, being behind. There's a lot that you can learn from just watching.
那您平时练习的时候会练习一些什么东西？
So like if I'm practicing on my own, then yeah, I like to do the routines, and I do what I said there. Like I play so many shots where I try to screw back into the corner and I set myself a target. Then I play the topspin. Then I have a lot of different routines that I go through, and it's all like constructive practice. It's proper practicing rather than just hitting the balls about and being on my phone and talking to somebody. If I go in the club and practice for 3 hours, that 3 hours is like a proper 3 hours. You know, some players, they say, oh, I practiced for like 8 hours, but they don't really play for 8 hours. They just mess about, really. They on the phone, maybe talk to their friends, have a drink. Maybe they only spend like actually 2 of those hours actually on the table.
那我们新锐台球呢，其实是一家侧重于线上的一些教学平台。像您波斯先生之前在爱跑设备上面打过的一个分级教学试题呢，就是我们和爱跑设备联合开发的。那我们的分级教学，那对于这一点，波斯先生不知道有没有什么看法？
Yeah, I think it's good because it's very similar to what I'm saying about setting yourself targets. iPool is very similar to that because you're setting targets. You want to get to the next level. You want to improve. You want to complete that level and get to the next one. So I think the iPool is very similar to the way that of what I'm saying. My practice routines, what I'm saying is you have to have targets to aim for. Like I want to pot 10 out of the 15, or I want to pot 20 out of 30. And iPool is a very similar sort of process to that. And one thing it does do, the iPool, is it creates that pressure. What I mean is like when you're halfway through, say, stage 2, you know, like if you miss, you might not complete it. So you feel the pressure, and I think that's good for the player.
好的，非常感谢波斯先生能够来到新锐台球接受我们的采访，预祝您在以后的比赛中获得更好的成绩。Thank you.
Thank you very much for the interview, and wish you all the best in the next event.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. A lot of people, when they play when they try and cannon into the balls, they think they have to hit it very hard.
有些人 K 球的时候就觉得 K 球时候一定要非常大的力量去 K 球。
But you don't. All you need to do is just move it that much.
但是你只需要做到把那个球 K 出一点点来，就下就可以了。
Because the harder you hit the ball down the cushion, the harder it is to pot it. In the middle, I just lower it a little bit. And I want to play with backspin, just lower it a little bit more. But when he's playing the screw shot, he's got his cue up in the air like this. He's playing the screw shot like this. So even if you're playing the top spin, the middle or the bottom of the cue ball, the cue should always be on the same line.